Hey, Cade with Fly Fish Food here. If you've emailed in or called in, you've probably talked to me and I've helped you out. Today I'm going to show you a cool take on a perdigon. I tie it in a bunch of different colors, fish it all over the West here, from picky tailwaters to our freestones here, and it works out great. This is the Next Gen Perdigon.
Yeah, that's a big brown trout!
All right, so let's get started tying the Next Gen Perdigon. We're going to start off with the fulling mill, jig force short, size 20, and then we're going to pair that with the fulling mill tungsten drop bead in a 3mm. I like to tie these from 2.5 all the way to 4. Works out great. We're going to start this fly UTC 70 in olive. We're going to start right behind the bead here, creating a small thread down to keep it in place, and then we're going to start going down our shank. I'm going to keep that thread unwind the whole time just so it lays flat. We're going to work down the shank here, keeping our body really short, really thin. And then we're going to come up and really create that little thread down behind there so it doesn't move. I'm going to unwind my thread, and we're going to start tying in our next material here. This is a new fulling mill Flex-Floss. This is going to be fluorescent orange. You can see just how straight and supple this material is. Works really well for this fly, but will work for a ton of different flies for you. So we're going to tie that in right behind the bead here. Really loose wraps, and then we're going to get a little tighter, really locking it in. While I'm working down the shank, I'm going to pull on that material so we tie it in really thin. Keep that body really thin. We're going to ease up tension as we get to the back here. That helps it so it lays a little more flush and horizontal to that hook shank on the final. We're going to work back up now, and we're going to tie in our next material here. It's going to be the Perdigon body, PBF 233, dark brown. Great color, works out great for this Peacock variant. And we're going to tie that in right behind the bead here as well. I'm going to unwind my thread again. So these perdigons, you don't want a big thick body, you want to keep them thin so they sink really quick. We're going to tie that back and then up towards the bead again, keeping everything thin. I'm going to throw in a quick whip finish here. And we're going to wrap that body material up towards the bead now. So overlapping or touching turns right here. Just making that really nice peacock looking body here. We'll throw a couple extra turns near the bead here. We'll tie that in real quick. Just a couple turns here to lock it in. And then I'm going to throw in just a couple whip finishes here, not to cover up that tinsel material. For the tail, I like to just pull it towards the back of the bead here, cut it right behind the bead. You can see how that just lays nice and flat back there. And then I'm going to throw some Solarez Bone Dry Plus on here for my resin. And we want it just a really thin layer on here. You don't have to get crazy. You just want a nice, small, tapered body, just like that. We're going to hit it with the light. And there you have it. That's the Next Gen Perdigon. Tie it up in any flavors you want. Give it a try.